Sean Combs, known worldwide as Diddy, is now facing serious allegations that have shaken the entertainment world. As the situation grows, one name keeps coming up: Usher. For years, their connection was described as mentorship and career growth. But now, old interviews and clips are resurfacing, making people question what really happened behind the scenes.
It's not our fault that Justin Bieber got fucked by Diddy.
It's not our fault that Usher didn't want to get fucked by Diddy anymore. It is not our fault that Usher didn't want to get fucked by Diddy no more.
Don't hit me no more. Kick in the door, waving the 4-4. All you heard was Papa, don't hit me no more. Let's go. Kick in the door, waving the 4-4. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah.
I had a certain feeling, and I felt a certain way when Usher got on Shay Shay, and I don't mean to mention other people's platforms, but he got on Shay Shay and he mentioned how great and how good Puff taught him and everything. You know what I'm saying? About the business. Right? I know, and people know, that was around that in that time that Puff and Usher did.
As more people revisit Usher's early career, unconfirmed claims have started spreading. Some suggest that the environment he was in may have been more intense than the public realized. Even if only part of this is true, the conversation becomes bigger than gossip. It raises concerns about power, influence, and how young artists are treated.
Asking, because I know the topic is sensitive. What happened to Usher?
I heard about some music executive from the industry back in Harlem. You know, I heard it from some music executives back in Harlem. And I'm not going to speak on their name. They doing programs and everything like that. And they may be doing some, they may speak on it themselves. But I heard it from some music executives.
What did you hear?
Bro, you know how people be talking, and we was around some people, something like that. And then some people might say, yo, I don't F with that dude. And at the time, I didn't even know who the F Usher was. You know what I'm saying? It was one of those type of situations. And when probably say, yo, man, I don't F with them niggas. Man, I'm getting out that industry and everything like that. You know, Puff sent this little kid to the hospital. How he sent him to the hospital? Man, nigga was bleeding from the butt. And that's what was said. But I didn't even have a name for the kid at the time. Then you heard, and that's what happened.
To understand why this is getting so much attention, we need to go back to when Usher was just 14. He was already seen as a rising star. Signed to L.A. Reid, he was being prepared for a major career. Reid made a key decision. He sent Usher to New York to spend time with Diddy. The goal was to build his image, confidence, and stage presence. But today, that decision is being questioned.
We want to thank you. Come here. Don't sit on the bed at night. No homo. No, just don't get close to the bed. Don't get close. But it's just like, yo, we want to thank you for hosting the thing, man. It's been a pleasure. You didn't have to do it, and you did it.
No. I definitely didn't have to do it. I definitely didn't have to. First and foremost, I'm not getting in the bed. Shout out to him and what he did. I'm just gonna, if we can, just let's just put the camera a little this way, just so we're not. I don't want my shot to even I don't want it to come close to the bed at all. Usher look like he fresh off a goddamn plane. Usher
Fresh off the garden stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, pause, but like, check this out. Back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get up early with me. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world. And
what the fuck did Puff just say? Nobody's going to acknowledge this for me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes, and we're streaming live. That was stupid. Listen.
Back then, their interactions were shown as friendship and mentorship. But now, people watching those old clips feel something is off. This wasn't just casual bonding. It was a powerful industry figure working closely with a teenager. The plan was simple: turn a talented young singer into a superstar. But now people are asking, what came with that experience?
To New York City.
and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you
New
over
York
to
City.
something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp.
Yeah,
Flavor
that's what it
Camp.
was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
In the 90s. Do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I
Come
mean,
on.
but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you
I
seeing?
went there to see the lifestyle,
Right.
And I saw it, and it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild. It was,
So nobody
it was crazy.
tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand it.
Biggie Smalls was there.
Biggie Smalls was there. Lil' Kim, Craig Mack.
All these people
all
are
of
hanging around.
Yeah, man. Faith Evans,
your parents
Jodeci,
were
Mary J.
okay?
Blige. They didn't know nothing about this shit.
Oh.
I was having a good time. You know what I mean?
Does he have you doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat? Or are you just like, can you stay up till 4 a.m. with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
And what kind, do you have money? What's going on?
I mean, I had like per diem. You know, I had like,
What
like
a
a living.
life.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy Camp?
Hell no.
See?
One statement from Usher keeps coming up. He once said, "I saw some things." He didn't explain further or accuse anyone, but that line left many wondering what he experienced at such a young age. While Diddy is credited with shaping his career, people now question what Usher may have gone through during that time.
Diddy had been trying to get to Bieber for a minute, and his management was backing him off. But it wasn't until Usher took over management and had guardianship and gave temporary guardianship to the diddler for 48 hours. Think about that. He had already been to the hospital. That situation that Gene was talking about. And you still took Bieber there. But you got custody of him first. Diddy had already tried. They wouldn't let him. Actually, someone made reference to the fact that Diddy trying to get at Bieber the way he was trying to get at Bieber was looking a little predatory. And then Usher came in and discovered it and managed him and got custody of him and promised to look after him. And then he sent him to the diddler. Does that sound like a good guy?
It's horrible. It's horrible.
Does that sound like a good guy? Now that we know what Diddy's really like. What kind of fucking asshole do you gotta be?
The focus then shifts to Justin Bieber. Years later, Usher helped introduce Bieber to L.A. Reid when Bieber was still very young. At the time, it looked like a perfect success story, a superstar helping the next big talent. But now, people are asking if Bieber entered a similar high-pressure environment.
I was flown out to Atlanta by a manager. His name's Scooter Braun. Flown out to Atlanta just to meet with him and meet different producers and different people. I was actually going to meet Jermaine Dupri at his studio. And who rolls up? Usher in his Range Rover. Rolls up, and I was like, "Is that who I think it is?" And Scooter was like, "Yeah." And so I ran up to him and I was like, Usher, I love your songs. You want me to sing you one? And he was like, let's just go inside, little buddy. It's cold out. So the politest possible way he could say no, he did. And I was like, wow, he just turned me down. And I was a little disappointed. He had to go into a studio session, so I was like, whatever. And a week later, he actually watched my videos with my manager and was like, oh my gosh, why didn't I let him sing? So flew me back to Atlanta where I got to meet him again, and he wanted to sign me. But there was something else.
Justin Timberlake, right?
Yes, Justin Timberlake also wanted to sign me. It was like kind of like, what happened was Justin Timberlake and Usher both went into a ring and boxed it out.
Bieber became famous at just 15 with his hit, One Time, but his journey started earlier. Discovered on YouTube by Scooter Braun, he quickly gained attention. With Usher guiding him and Reid supporting him, his career took off fast. It looked like a dream, but behind the scenes, it may have been overwhelming.
But how dare you say a man that groomed you, you gonna give him a pass. Bruh, you know I know. Let me reframe you on something. Remember Usher? We was at the Swiss Hotel. Puff had Kim in the room. Had one of Keith Sweat's baby mothers in the big room outside the master bedroom. He came outside in his robe. She gave him a fellatio right there. His back was turned to me. She gave him a fellatio. You knocked on the door. I came and opened the door for you. Puff went in the room. You came in the room and kissed that girl dead in her mouth. Now I'm telling that because you taking up for somebody that you know and a lot of more people know didn't do you right when you was at Diddy camp.
As Bieber's career grew, he showed confidence beyond his age. Industry leaders saw his talent right away. Throughout this time, Usher remained a key figure in guiding him. That's why people are now revisiting those early connections more closely.
Plus you, I'ma tell you one time. I'ma tell you one time. I'ma tell you one time. One time when I met you, come on. Wow.
I ain't mean to stop you like that, but this is only a tease. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you Island Def Jam recording artist Justin Bieber. It's getting ready to go down. Just so you know, we're in the studio right now working on it. Get ready because it's going to be big. Ain't that right, Justin?
That's right.
That's right. So look out. We're coming.
What makes this more serious is that Usher had already experienced Diddy's world himself. Now people are asking, if Usher saw things that were unusual, did he fully understand what Bieber was stepping into?
I think that was crazy. I think that was out of, and then May said that was Puffs. I think he said May said that was Puffs, but Mace was in the bathroom with it. I don't know what that was all about, man, but that was real weird to me. That was crazy.
Crazy, man. But before we get off of that, right, I remember you told me a while ago that, Mace, he used to live with Diddy, and he know a lot of stuff about Diddy that a lot of people don't know.
Man, it's a lot of stuff that Mace and Usher know that they ain't telling about Diddy. There's a lot of stuff that they know. Can you imagine, bruh? Can you really imagine?
What you mean by Usher, though?
Usher used to stay with Diddy, too, when he was younger.
The conversation has now expanded beyond Diddy alone. It includes people around him, those who may have seen things or stayed quiet. Reports suggest Bieber has been uncomfortable with the recent allegations and has chosen to distance himself completely. Whether he speaks publicly or not, that distance is noticeable.
This was years ago. So the locks ain't got nothing to do with what I'm saying. This the kind of... Man, listen here. It's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. But I want to talk about this lawsuit by Dunn, right? And I want to get your opinion on it. It's a part in this lawsuit where she alleges that she was at a dinner with Neo, Usher, and Jimmy Iovine. And Diddy, he punched Cassie in the stomach and no one did anything. How you feel about that?
They were part of the dinner and they watched Cassie get abused in front of... Puffy abused Cassie in front of them. And neither one of those men, and they probably security was around too, did nothing to stop what he had did to Cassie. Now that's just crazy right there, bro. That is just crazy. Usher probably got a daughter. Neo probably got kids. I don't know. Jimmy Iovine, he take about 15, 20 scoops of sugar in his coffee. So all those cats there, supposed to be men, watched that lady get abused right there in public and they did nothing, brother. they did nothing. That goes to show you the power that he had mentally over them.
Old clips are now being viewed differently. In some videos, Diddy makes comments about not being able to share what they were doing. At the time, it seemed harmless, but now people are questioning what those moments really meant.
Welcome to the family, John. Bad boy, bad check my bitch, I'ma break it again. Feds peeping the spot. Feds outside, like them Yeezys go dry. Yeah, she think.
These clips have added to the speculation. Bieber's reactions in some of them appear awkward, and Diddy's tone has been widely discussed. Some believe it shows a dynamic where boundaries between mentorship and control were unclear.
Got my permit. Not yet.
No.
Alright,
No,
16.
No, man.
16.
Slow down. Let's slow down, Josh.
Okay.
Let's slow down, okay?
One step at a time.
But yeah, the keys is yours when when you get 16. You're good to go.
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
Alright, man.
And then when you get 18, you get the house. You get the mansion.
Okay, I get the mansion?
Yeah.
So where are we off to now?
Where would you like to go?
I mean, wherever you want to go. Where are we going?
So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. I have been given custody of him. He signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go full crazy.
I'm going crazy.
One particular line, where Diddy joked that Bieber knows better than to talk about what they do, has become highly discussed. What once sounded like humor now raises eyebrows. Other young artists have also spoken about Diddy's influence, which is why people are analyzing these moments more seriously. These clips also remind people how young Bieber was while being treated like an adult in the industry. And that's the bigger issue. This story isn't just about one person. It's about how young talent is handled when fame comes too quickly and powerful adults are involved.
What's up, man? You good?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, young brother, everything's good?
Everything's
Selling
great.
out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But you never really got my number, so.
Right, okay.
My number?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you my number.
Yeah.
It's 5.
I'm not. I mean, I think that we become friends in a strange way, you know.
Like Robin Big.
Yeah. It's like exactly.
I'm Big and you're Robin.
Yeah. No, I mean, to a lot of us, he's like a little brother. You know what I'm saying? He's not afraid to call and ask for advice. He's somebody that, in the industry-wise, the record industry is a strong family, and he's somebody that, we definitely have our arms around, and we want to protect him because he's such genuinely a nice person besides his talent. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the greatest kids that you could ever know.
Justin,
You know, Diddy bought his son a Bentley. Maybe, you know, he could buy you one also while you're out.
Got me a Lamborghini.
Oh, well, that's nice.
I haven't gotten it yet, though.
Yeah, I know. When is that coming, that Lamborghini? We talked about this last
He
time.
had the Lamborghini for a day or two, and he had access to the house, and he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television.
Attention has also turned to Diddy's personal life, including his relationship with his mother, Janice Combs. Some resurfaced moments between them have added another layer to how people now view his public image.
Bieber's here, everybody. How are you tonight? Are you okay?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
This is your first Brit Awards. Are you enjoying it?
It is. It's my first time here. I'm really excited. So many people are so nice here, and I'm excited.
Can I say this? Lean into me again. You smell amazing. How old are you?
Thank you.
How old are you?
I'm 16. I'll be 17 in like 2 weeks.
I don't ever remember smelling that good at 16. Like that was bad.
Yeah.
Wow, look at your eyes. What music are you listening to at the moment, Justin?
Well, I listen to a lot of different stuff. I'm really into Jessie J, actually.
Ah, well, she's here. We're going to get to see her later. Thank you so much. Look at him. Look at what a beautiful face. All right, now it's time to find out who's nominated for International Breakthrough. Voted, just do it. Don't mess around. Don't tease me, Bieber. Voted for by the readers of Radio 1, the listeners, I should say, and here to present it is a woman who has broken more bands than I've had hot dinners. Well, not that many, but a lot. It's Fern Cotton. Oh.
Don't jump on this like a fat rat in a cheese factory, but I don't care. When we were in the studio one night, Dawn wasn't there. But Puff had his little street team, engineers in there, and he said, and I said this before, he said, they're going to keep messing with me, and I don't know who that they was. It could be their parents. It could be their management team. They're going to keep messing with me, and I'm going to drug all them up and pimp them out to my nigga. That's what Puff said about Danity Kane. Whether he was playing, because they was laughing and joking, and I said, out of my mouth in front of him, man, them somebody daughters. What the fuck is you talking about, nigga? I got daughters. That's exactly what I said and walked out the studio. So my whole thing about that is this. If he did it, or if he wasn't playing, did he say it out his mouth? Yes, he did. Did I hear him say that? Yes, I did. But I ain't in the indictment.
You think he gonna get sued by any other bad boy artists?
It depends on where they at in the music business. It depends on what they trying to do in the music business. Some of them might be still trying to write behind the scenes. Some of them still might be trying to sing, do songs or whatever. It depends on where they at in the music business, man. Because what happens is that's just like I explained that the other day on the Gene Deal show, is that when individuals have a dream to be something, whether it's in sports as an athlete, whether it's a band member in the music business or a singer in the music business or even a comedian. When somebody has the power over you, you may not come out, bruh. You might not say nothing. You might just keep trying and fake it until you make it. And I think that when people see that he was losing his power and his grip, it might be many more people that want to tell the true story behind their relationship with him. Did you know that the Lox, bruh, did, I think we always love you, Big Papa? The Lox did that for nothing. They didn't get nothing out of that. All the proceeds were supposed to go to Big's mama. It's a dude that goes around and he investigates publishing on artists and for artists. I knew this years ago. Did you know he finagled the situation where Miss Wallace only got 75% and he got 25% and the Locks got nothing? But they end up working it out once the Locks and them people investigated that. Now, I ain't never spoke to the Locks about that. I spoke to the dude that investigated the thing and found it. And this was years ago. So the Locks ain't got nothing to do with what I'm saying. This the kind of, man, listen here. It's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. But I want to talk about this lawsuit by Dunn, right? And I want to get your opinion on it. It's a part in this lawsuit where she alleges that she was at a dinner with Neo, Usher, and Jimmy Iovine. And Diddy, he punched Cassie in the stomach and no one did anything. How you feel about that?
They were part of the dinner and they watched Cassie get abused in front of, Puffy abused Cassie in front of them. And neither one of those men, and they probably security was around too, did nothing to stop what he had did to Cassie. Now that's just crazy right there, bro. That is just crazy. Usher probably got a daughter. Neo probably got kids. I don't know. Jimmy Iovine, you know, he take about 15, 20 scoops of sugar in his coffee. So all those cats there, supposed to be men, watched that lady get abused right there in public and they did nothing, brother. They did nothing. That goes to show you the power that he had mentally over them. Here go a woman witnesses and this witnessing it and said, they said nothing. Yo, man, stop. Don't do that. Yo, not here, bro. Easy. Nothing. Don't do nothing. Say something. She said they didn't do anything and they didn't say nothing. That's the bad thing about it. If you're not going to do nothing, open your damn mouth and say something. And that's a lot wrong with our people right now. They don't even want you to say nothing.
All of this raises serious questions. How did so much happen in public without stronger protection for young artists? Why are people only now seeing these moments differently? At the center of this story are three key figures: Diddy, Usher, and Justin Bieber. One had power, one experienced that world as a young artist, and one may have followed a similar path. Nothing should be taken as fact unless proven. But the questions aren't going away. And sometimes, what people don't say for years can be just as important as what they finally reveal.